So I'm hearing this song for the first time. I want to live like a king. Um, and a thought occurs to me. In the past, there were important countries and unimportant countries, or important empires and unimportant, unconquered provinces, or whatever we want to call them for terminology. So, as a person who's interested in geography, I'm interested in how many countries are there in the world, things like that, when countries change, when Swaziland became Eswatini, when Sudan was split into South Sudan and Sudan, stuff like that is interesting to me. But the truth is that how many countries there are in the world depends on who's defining it. And the term puppet state depends on who's defining it as well. So somebody can think they're in charge of their country, and maybe they are to a certain extent, but then some other country comes along and tells them what to do, and they have to do it. So if we think of things that way, then maybe the only real countries are the United States, the EU, and China and Russia, because everybody else is doing what one of them tells them to do. Anyway, that's not what occurred to me today for the first time. What occurred to me today for the first time is that in the ancient world, the way to show that a country was in charge of you or had influence was to pay them tribute, to pay the king something, money. But now, the United States pays lots of countries money. Why? Why do we do that if we have the biggest military ever existed? Why are we paying any country any money? Interesting thought. I'm sure that some of that money is used in some ways that's good, but isn't it just corruption? Isn't it just paying somebody money so you can get something back? I don't know. What are your thoughts? It seems to me in ancient times, a king would be presented with gifts from a country. Like in the Ten Commandments, they bring him exotic animals and do dances and stuff and show off their culture and their goods that they have to offer the world. But does every country give every other country gifts? Or do you only give gifts if you're subservient to that country? I guess that's the question. So are we getting money from other countries? And if so, why? All right, have a good one. That's the question for today.